All right, today we're diving into something that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, Zolgensma. And look, this isn't just another pill or prescription. We're talking about a revolutionary gene therapy, a potential one-time, one-dose fix for an absolutely devastating disease. And this quote right here, it just nails it. It cuts right to the heart of the whole story. You've got this incredible, almost unbelievable idea of a one-off cure butting right up against the fact that it was, for a time, the most expensive medicine on the planet. That's the tension, right? The massive promise and the massive challenge, all in one. I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you could take a disease that unravels a person's life from the inside out? A disease that can take away the ability to move, to eat, even to breathe, and fight it with a single injection. That is the incredible, powerful promise we're talking about today. So, to really get why this treatment is such a game changer, we have to rewind a bit. We've got to understand the problem it's built to solve, and it all starts with one tiny, missing piece of our own genetic code.
The disease is called Spinal Muscular Atrophy, or SMA, and at its core, it's a brutal genetic disorder. It goes after the motor neurons, the nerve cells in your spine that tell your muscles what to do. Without a key protein, these neurons just can't survive. They wither and die, and that leads to this progressive, relentless muscle weakness.
And here's the wild part. This whole devastating cascade, it's all because of one single faulty gene. It's called SMN1. If that gene is broken or missing, the body just doesn't have the blueprint to make that vital protein, and the whole system starts to break down.
Okay, so if the problem is a missing blueprint, the solution seems kind of obvious, right? You just deliver a new copy. But how on earth do you get a new gene into the right cells deep inside the body? Well, this is where the science gets unbelievably clever. It's basically a microscopic delivery service.
And the delivery truck they use? It's a virus. But wait, it's a harmless one called an adeno-associated virus, or AAV. Scientists have essentially hijacked it. They've hollowed it out, taken out all the viral parts so it can't make you sick or replicate. Its only job now is to be a perfect little biological package designed to carry precious cargo to exactly where it needs to go. And Zolgensma is super specific. It uses a particular model of this delivery vehicle called SV9. And what's the precious cargo tucked inside? A brand new, perfectly working copy of that missing SMN1 gene.
So, we've got the package, and we've got the delivery truck. But how does it actually get from an IV bag all the way to the command center of a neuron in the central nervous system? Let's trace this incredible journey, step by step.
It's honestly so elegant. First, the whole therapy is just delivered through an IV right into the bloodstream. Then comes the magic trick. The vector is engineered to sneak across the super protective blood-brain barrier to get to the central nervous system. Once it's there, it finds the target motor neurons, enters them, and makes a beeline for the nucleus, the cell's brain. And finally, it delivers the package. It drops off the new SMN1 gene, and the cell's own machinery takes over, building a new, working copy so it can finally start producing the protein it's been missing.
Okay, that is some next-level science. But it brings up the next big question. Who actually gets to benefit from it? As you can probably guess, for a therapy this powerful, the approvals are very, very specific. And the rules are a little different depending on where you live. In the United States, it's approved for infants under 2 years old who have what are called biallelic mutations, which basically just means they got a faulty gene from both mom and dad. Over in the European Union, it's pretty similar, but they also look at how many backup genes a patient has, which can change how severe the disease is.
But the story doesn't stop there. Far from it. Science is always moving forward, and new research is showing that Zolgensma could actually be effective in a wider group of patients, including older kids. And that is huge. It suggests that the window of opportunity to use this therapy might be a lot bigger than anyone first thought.
And just so you know, all the information we're breaking down for you today comes directly from the source material you see right here, a detailed text on these kinds of disease-modifying therapies.
Look, there's no question, Zolgensma is a monumental achievement. It's